I remember looking at my screen time 5 years ago and it being something just terrifying, just terrifying. It was like 7 hours on average or something like that. And it was quite frankly embarrassing. Ever since then, I knew something had to give and something had to change in my life. So I've been on this mission to use my smartphone intentionally and to use it as little as possible, simply. I would love to just throw this thing into the river one day to never look back, but I feel like that would be throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I feel like there are still benefits to using a smartphone, and we're going to talk about that in this video. The thing is that we have to be disciplined in how we use this device. It's manufactured in a way to get us addicted. The colors, it's slot machine psychology. And we have to go against all of that programming and really just use this thing in a way that benefits us and allows us to get the job done while not spending our lives and wasting our lives away on it. So the first thing that I'm going to touch on is that we have to be disciplined and we have to be intentional in what we're doing. There's things that I will not do on a smartphone. And those things include social media. I don't allow myself to have social media on my phone. The second thing that I don't allow myself to do on my phone is use colors. I have my phone set to grayscale 24/7, and on top of that I have the eye shield or the redshift or whatever you want to call it to filter out the blue light, and it makes the phone quite unattractive. It makes it so that I don't want to pick it up and just look at it for no reason at all. The thing is I take quite a few photos with my phone, and I do turn it off occasionally to take photos. But the beauty of using just grayscale is you focus on the composition of a photo more. So what I found myself doing is instead of turning off the grayscale function, I'm focused on framing and the composition of what I'm taking a photo of, and my photos look better. The third thing I don't allow myself to do is watch video. I don't consume YouTube. I don't watch videos on my phone because I know that that is just a time sink. It just takes away so much of the time that I have in a day, and I don't allow myself to do it. When I do watch video, I watch it on a laptop, on a screen, and I am intentional about what I'm doing. I don't want to have it so easy as to just keep scrolling through the next video and the next video and the next video, because I've done that before and 3 hours of my life are then gone. I don't play games on my phone either. I sometimes have chess.com on there to do puzzles first thing in the morning to wake my brain up, but I don't really have any other games on there, and I don't allow myself to put games on the phone because, again, it's a time sink. And the last thing I don't allow myself to do is have audible or visible notifications on the phone. So the only thing that I have audible notifications for is phone calls, the important stuff. Somebody needs to get a hold of me and my phone will ring. But other than that, I don't have text messages. I don't have any of that set up to notify me on anything other than the home screen. You'll see like a little icon at the top, and that's like there's a notification in that app, but I don't know what it is. I have to open my phone to look at it. But I don't think that the average person needs notifications on their phone, and it's such a distraction from what we are trying to do day in and day out. So it's something that I've probably 3 or 4 years ago made it a mainstay to not allow myself to do. So with that out of the way, how do I use a phone? Well, the first thing I do use it for is maps. I think that that is the killer feature of smartphones, and I don't really know how I'd be able to get away from using maps, especially when you're traveling and you have no idea where you're going. The ability to like set up a train schedule or find a bus or whatever, it's awesome. And I think that that is a feature that I don't see yourself wasting time with. I think that it's a way to actually benefit your life. The second thing you'll notice on my phone is that I have all of these different reading applications. So when I open up my phone, I have the Libby app. So I go to a city and I get a library card. I have the ability to use the library with Overdrive on that application. It's awesome. Take out books, read them when I'm idle or whatever, read them before bed. Great. I have Co-Reader as well, which is a open source e-reader that you can put on many different devices. You can put it on your smartphone, you can put it on your Kindle or your Kobo, and it's awesome. It's way faster than the default Kobo app on my Kobo, at least. I don't know if that's the same for Kindle or whatever, but it's an easy way to get more books in, and I love reading, and it's something that makes my life better. I also have Audible. I've never paid for an audiobook on Audible. They send you promotions all the time, and for some reason I've got like 30 or 40 books on there for free. So I listen to audiobooks sometimes at the gym or while driving, and that's what Audible's for. And then I have like a PDF, an open source PDF reader, in case there's like PDF formatted files. Sometimes they don't come through well on Co-Reader, and the last reading app I have is the Bible. Actually, you can read the whole Bible on, there's a app on F-Droid called, I'll link it in the show notes. I do use my phone for online banking and for cryptocurrency and such. I don't know if I'm going to in the future, because I think I don't really use it that much. I only really use it for scanning checks. And the more that I'm moving to online payment and such, I don't use it really at all anymore. Fourth, the killer app that I think that is on Android, and I wrote an article about this, I'll link it in the show notes, is turmo. It's a terminal emulator right in your phone. It allows you to SSH into your projects and to manage files. I actually use it as a way to sync my note repository. So I use Obsidian on the front end for viewing notes on my phone, and then I actually sync up and down the notes from my computer to my phone using Git. I love it. It's so seamless, it's so quick, and if you understand the process of using Git, there's no better way to synchronize things on a phone. So turmo is the killer app, I think, for Android, and if you're not using it, learn how to use it. It's so cool and so powerful too. You can use it for many terminal applications. You can bash script, you can run cron jobs, you can do anything with it. So I use my phone for two-factor authentication using the Aegis app, I want to say, and that just allows you to have a more secure entry point to various apps. I probably open that app on like 10, 15 times a day to get into various services. And lastly, I use my phone for contacting people. So I use Signal, Telegram. I've been wanting to set up an XMPP channel, and then obviously for phone calls. It's lovely to use your phone to video call people when you're traveling about and you don't have constant contact with them. I love it for that purpose, and I think that is beneficial. And while I joke about wanting to be out of contact and in the forest, I still think it's lovely to be able to contact friends and family with your phone for the purpose of contacting people. What a novel concept. All of these different things that I've done has limited my screen time to like under an hour every single day. And it's so much more freeing to be able to just look around and see the beauty of the world when I'm not buried in my phone. I find it really sad to watch people walk down the street and they're like this, when they could be looking around and just saying hello to people or looking at the architecture or the nature that's surrounding them. It's something that I really wanted to get away from, and I feel like my life is so much more free now that I am not on my phone 7 hours a day. Track your screen time, see what it looks like, and try to reduce it as much as possible. Use your phone for the purpose of getting things done, being productive, and actually benefiting you. And every single time that you pick up your phone to use it, ask why. Ask yourself, how is this gonna benefit you? Ask yourself how it's gonna get you further in your life. And if you do that, you start to use it a heck of a lot less. And you start to look around a little bit more. So that's how I use my phone. How do you use your phone? Post in the comments below. If you like this video, feel free to stick around and subscribe. I know that like 90% of you are not subscribed that watch my videos. So come and join the community, hang out, and have a good time. We'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.